Today, we're going to talk about self-worth. What is self-worth? What does it actually mean? Not necessarily what you've been taught or the world's telling you, but what does self-worth actually mean? How do we find it? How do we live in our true loving self-worth? So first, let's define it. Self-worth is the internal sense of being good enough and worthy of love and belonging from others. I'll repeat that. Self-worth is the internal sense in the inside of being good enough, we matter, we're good enough, and worthy of love and belonging from others. So, self-worth is often confused with self-esteem. Now, don't get those mixed up. Self-esteem relies on external factors such as successes and achievements to define worth, and can often be inconsistent with leading to actual true self-worth because our self-worth is not validated by our results. And that's a big thing that the world wants to tell us, that we are defined by our results. Are you successful? Are you wealthy? Do you have a lot of followers? That's what the world wants to tell you self-worth is. That's the big lie. But your self-worth comes from the inside, comes from the awareness, knowing that you are already loved. You have great gifts inside of you. I truly believe God has given us all a gift, multiple gifts, to be able to use for the benefit of helping others find joy. And what do we all want at the core? If you search it on Google, people want to find happiness. By far, that is the most searched term, how to find happiness. Happiness is actually fulfillment. Okay, well, how do you find fulfillment? Great question. Fulfillment is being on an exciting journey, an exhilarating adventure of growth. That is fulfillment. That is actually taking action in your life. So it all comes back to the internal self-worth, knowing that you matter, knowing that you are loved, knowing that you have a gift. So you all know I'm a nut for total optimization. I'm searching far and wide for the best products, the best formulas, and it's really hard to find in this day and age that we live in. But I have found the best of the best, bar none, bio-optimizers. Write that down. Tell your friends, bio-optimizers, the best formulas, nutrients that you can really get. And I want to highlight how important it is for aesthetics, performance, and overall health. They have gut health formulas, mass enzymes. It's the most potent enzyme blend for digestive function and nutrient absorption, which is extremely important. Magnesium breakthrough. You know I'm all about breakthroughs. So this is 7 forms of magnesium that upgrades virtually every function in your body and gives you higher level sleep. This is just a couple of them. There's so many more. The top for every area that you need to optimize your life. I love them. Check them out. Literally, you're going to love them as well. And lucky for you, because you are a committed listener to the podcast, bio-optimizers is offering a discount, Nurse 10. Go to magbreakthrough.com/David or go to biooptimizers.com, and it is Nurse 10 at checkout for your special pricing. And when you come back to this podcast, I want you more optimized than you were before. Go get them. So we are told the lie that we have to live up to expectations. Maybe your parents set an expectation on you, your classmates, people around you. Society in general is the biggest expectation setter. We feel like we have to be in this rat race. Have you ever been in a spot in the woods where it's just quiet? You feel at peace, right? It's because you don't feel the pressure of the rat race going on. I spent 3 days on an Alaskan cruise without phone service. I thought the world was going to end. I thought, well, okay, this person's going to need me. When I turn my phone on, I have so many emails, so many messages. No, I didn't. The world didn't end. People didn't forget about me. And I realized nobody is waking up in the morning wondering, well, what's David Nurse doing? Yeah, it's 8:30 in the morning and he hasn't posted anything on social media. Nobody's thinking that. Nobody's thinking about you. And that's totally okay. Your self-worth is not defined in others. Get that through your head. There's statistics. Let me hit some statistics for you. 85% of the world's population is affected by low self-worth. 85%. Many studies out there. This is a GRCS study. 85% of the world's population are affected by low self-esteem. Isn't that crazy? It's mind-blowing. You can be in the 15% that's not affected. So what's really going through our brain? Let's figure out the chemical, neurological side of this. So there's a study, and it's found that people with a stronger white matter connection in your brain, the white matter in your brain, from their medial prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that's responsible for self-knowledge, to their ventral striatum. This is the reward sensation. So this is knowledge, knowing who you are, knowledge on this adventure of growth, knowledge, continuing to stretch, continuing to grow, mixed or connected to the reward sensation, the dopamine sensation, the ventral striatum. When you put those together, you get a longer lasting, high-level self-esteem, self-worth. Not necessarily the esteem from the outside, but it builds to the inside. So think about this. This is your self-worth, your understanding of who you are, not who the world says you are. Self-knowledge continuing to grow. Like we talked about, that is what fulfillment is, being on this growth journey and being rewarded for it. So what can we do on a daily basis to do this? Here are some tools you can use to actually grow your self-worth. So one, to see this dopamine sensation, this reward sensation, make a tally at the end of each day. Simply a notepad just like this, make a tally at the end of each day. Did you do something to grow, to take a step forward in your goals, in the mission, on the mission you are on? Tally, tally, tally. It can be the smallest little thing. You might have had a massive productive day, or just the smallest little thing, and you baked great cookies for your kid, something like that. At the end of 90 days, 95 days, a year, you have all these tallies that you can look back on, and you feel good about yourself. You rewarded yourself for this growth journey. This is going to drastically improve your self-worth. What else can we do on a daily basis? So starting your morning off on the right foot in a positive frame of mind is very important. Everybody walks by a mirror. All right, take a shower, brush your teeth. I hope you do. I hope you are brushing your teeth in the morning. If not, we have bigger problems than that. We can have a whole toothpaste special. No, but you walk by this mirror. This mirror is the mirror of self-doubt. Imagine that it's foggy. It's foggy, that you are doubting yourself. We wake up with self-doubt. We have 50,000 self-talk thoughts daily. On average, 80% of those are negative. 40,000 self-talk negative thoughts. Crazy. Simply stand in front of the mirror, and with this motion, wipe away the self-doubt. This is triggering to your subconscious. This is a cue. This is a trigger that you're not going to live in the self-doubt. You're actively wiping it away. And you can do it throughout your day. I find myself doing it throughout my day, just this little motion, wiping away. People might think I'm weird. I don't care. And then also, one more thing you can do to grow your self-worth. You know that feeling you get when you just wake up and you are not rested or recharged? Yeah, we all have it. We all go through it. How do I wake up with full energy every single day? It is literally the game changer itself, chilly sleep. I have an Ooler that goes underneath my mattress and cools my body temperature to the ideal temperature to get deep sleep. REM, high HRV scores. Now, I have mine pretty cold, about 57 degrees. The optimal level is between 57 and 65 degrees. I have a weighted blanket, which just cools my body, and I'm just sleeping in restorative sleep. So when I wake up in the morning, no matter how many hours I get, I am juiced up and ready to go. And lucky for you, you can wake up the same way. The people at Chili Sleep are giving you a discount, giving you a code. So go to chilitechnology.com/pages/David Nurse to get your special discount pricing there. Remember, that is chilitechnology.com/pages/David Nurse, or just click the link below and it'll take you right there. And sleep like a polar bear tonight. You get the best night's sleep of your life. Chili Sleep. Is vote for yourself daily. Write down on the piece of paper, in your journal, in your morning routine, who are you going to be? Take votes for yourself. I am David Nurse, an author. I am David Nurse, a speaker. Which one? But also write down the type of person you want to be. Don't just say, I am such and such, and I want to be in good shape. Say, I am the type of person who goes to the gym. I am the type of person who works out. I am the type of person who writes books. I am the type of person. Vote for yourself on the type of person you want to become. This is the story you start telling yourself, and you're not letting the outside noise of others define your self-worth. Okay, I'm going to finish with a parable here. Short parable. All right, story time. It's one of my favorite parts of this. Okay, so once there was a youth who went to go see a wise man, and he said to him, I have come seeking advice, for I am tormented by feelings of worthlessness and no longer wish to live. Everyone tells me I'm a failure and a fool. I beg you, master, help me. The wise man glanced at the youth and answered hurriedly, Forgive me, but I am very busy right now and cannot help you. There is one urgent matter in particular which I need to attend to. And here he stopped for a moment thinking, and then added, But if you agree to help me, I will happily return the favor. Of course, master, muttered the youth, noting bitterly that yet again his concerns had been dismissed as unimportant. Good, said the wise man, and took off a small ring with a beautiful gem on his finger. Take my horse and go to the market. I urgently need to sell this ring and pay off a debt. Try to get a decent price for it, and do not settle for anything less than 1 gold coin. Go right now and come back as quick as you can. The youth immediately took the ring off and galloped away. And as he arrived at the market square, he showed it to various traders, who first examined it with close interest. But no sooner had they heard that it would sell only in exchange for gold than they completely lost interest. Some of the traders laughed openly at the boy. Others simply turned away. One aged old merchant was decent enough to explain to him that the gold coin was way too high a price for such ring, and that he was more likely if he offered only copper or at best probably silver. When he heard these words, the youth became very upset, discouraged, for he remembered the old man's instruction not to accept anything less than gold. Having already gone through the whole market looking for a buyer among hundreds of people, he got on his horse and he set off, defeated, dejected. Feeling depressed by his failure, he returned to see the wise man. Master, I was unable to carry out your request, he said. At best, I would have been able to get a couple silver coins, but you told me not to agree to anything less than gold. But they told me this ring isn't worth that much. That's a very important point, my boy, the wise man responded. Before trying to sell a ring, it wouldn't be a bad idea to establish how valuable it really is. And who can do that better than the jeweler? Ride over to him and find out what his price is. Only don't sell it to him regardless of what he offers to you. Instead, come back to me straight away. The young man, once more, leapt up on the horse and set off to see the jeweler. The latter examined the ring through a magnifying glass for a long time, then waited on one of his tiny sets of scales. Finally, he turned to the youth and said, Tell your master that right now I can give him more than 58 gold coins for it. But if he gives me some time, I will buy the ring for 70. 70 gold coins, exclaimed the youth. He laughed to himself, thanked the jeweler, and rushed back full speed ahead to the wise man. When the latter heard the story, when the wise man himself heard the story from the youth, he told him, Remember, boy, that you are like this ring, precious and unique, and only a real expert can appreciate your true value. So why are you wasting your time wandering through the market and heeding the opinion of any old fool? There it is. You are worth it. You have true value. You have incredible self-worth to this world. Don't listen to the opinions of any old fool. Only an expert can validate you. That expert is God. He loves you already. He cares for you. He's gifted you. Now go live in this world through the gifts that he has given you.